with a different video today. So I'm joined by my fiance Emily, and today we are going around to see if we can find our first house to buy. So we've got Emily on the surface looking at the house on the way down. We've got a nice little list of houses we want to go and see. So fingers crossed today we get a bit more luck than what we've had recently. We've had about 3 houses we've wanted sort of fall through, so to say. So yeah, let's hit the road and hopefully we'll get lucky. Okay, so after a quick brief pit stop at McDonald's, well, I think we're ready to go and see the first house. We found one which is ideal for what we were looking at. Let's say 3 bedrooms, private parking, and within the price range. And they've actually got an offer on this week where they get free flooring. I assume that means that, you know, if you want one of the optional extra floorings, you know, you're not paying extra for it. And they've also knocked $4,000 off the price. So the original price was just shy of 164,000. They've now knocked it down to just shy of 160. So that will be our first port of call, I think. It shouldn't be too far, so we'll hit the road and see what happens when we get there. Alright guys, so we're in first show home of the day. So this is a 3-bed mid-terrace. It's already, you can see it's, well, we can see, obviously you guys haven't seen the show house we've looked at, but already it's an immediately different layout to what we're used to. So obviously we're going straight into the living room there. Nice kitchen though, I'll be honest. It's smaller than the other ones, but I quite like it. What do you reckon?
Yeah, it is nice.
So we've had a look at houses. Oh, that's creaky. We've had a look at houses by list developed previously, by a different location, so a different house altogether, much different layout than this. But yeah, I mean, it's quite nice. It is smaller, but so I'm just thinking, is our dining table gonna fit by you? It might be a bit of a, unless we literally just have full. Yeah, so this is the mid terrace. So this is the front bedroom. So this is bedroom 1, which is really one of the second bedroom or spare bedroom.
Yeah.
And then back there, then you've got the other bedroom. So these, if we were decided to go this one, this would be more of the it's be more either bedroom for future kids or for visitors. Also, you've got a downstairs bathroom. Or toilet bath. You've also got a bathroom upstairs which is shared between these 2 bedrooms. I'm not sure.
They're nice sizes, mind.
Yeah, I'm not sure where, because obviously up here then we've got the final bedroom, which would be the master. I'm pretty sure it does have an ensuite as well, so let's have a quick look. Ah, there we go. Right, so this is the master bedroom. I mean, I could live with this. I mean, the attic hatch might be a bit of a bully to get to. Actually, no. Because think about it, if ever we need to get into the attic real quick, we just drop the hatch down, jump on the bed, and just jump straight up there. But yeah, I mean, I like it. The wallpaper I would change, I gotta be fair. But
I can sit here and watch a shower. Maybe we'll talk about that.
what is it? It's a storage cupboard.
No.
Oh right, oh no, it's just obviously where the stairs come up there. I mean, it's nice. Well lit. You wouldn't even need to use much of the lights up here.
It's nice. It's
okay.
weird to...
What I'm wondering is what's the natural lighting in here? Oh, so even still, it's still pretty well lit. Even, I mean, yeah, and it's not.
We got a wardrobe in here.
Well, no, I think that's what a storage cupboard's for, and then you can trick a wardrobe in there. Or, if you really wanted, you could, if you wanted to put a wardrobe in here, put the wardrobe there on that end wall. Move the bed slightly down, and then if you wanted to have like a makeup table or something like that, if you've just got one without the drawers there, you can put that next to the radiator here, so the heat from the radiator is still able to come out without being blocked off. What are you thinking?
I don't know. I like it.
Yeah?
I don't...
I mean, what we can do, I mean, we've got the plans here for the property. What we can always do is ask my old man if he's got the measurements for the table. I mean, even if push comes to shove,
The one thing I love One thing I love. Sorry to interrupt you. Is this a built-in wardrobe?
Listen, if you're going to turn around now, right, and saying that this is going to be the master bedroom, not the one upstairs with the ensuite.
I'm not saying that.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that. I'm saying.
It's a built-in wardrobe.
I'm saying there's a built-in wardrobe which I could use because no one's gonna need this because it's just us in the house.
Okay.
So I can use it.
Right. Okay. So what we're saying then, if I say obviously we've got a couple more houses we've got to look through.
Mm-hmm.
If we decide to go for this one, we're probably saying bedroom would be upstairs. That would be a spare bedroom down the bottom there. And until we need use of all 3 bedrooms, this could be your own little dressing room thing. Well, our dressing room, I guess, if you want to just put... Because it's much bigger. It's a bigger wardrobe than what we've already got.
It's nice.
But is there an optional extra?
I don't know, but if it is, I want it.
It's below. Have a look at the list. So the items below are not standard to the house. Flooring, mirror? Is that what that's called? Don't know what that's called. Fitted wardrobes, yes, it's an optional extra. It's fine.
Oh, I want that.
It's fine. Well, we can discuss it with them.
I'm gonna need that.
We're not needing it.
Well, where else can I have a wardrobe?
Actually, saying that, is there one in the other room as well? I didn't actually check that. Is this called fitted wardrobe as well?
No.
It has. That's the only thing with showrooms. They don't actually plan ahead for wardrobes and that video. But the desk, I mean, it's to be fair, even if it's a spare bedroom, you could probably potentially get a small double bed there. And then you can just put a wardrobe over there with, I don't know, you don't really want people in drawers right next to the radiator, but you can make it fit. Alright, so let's go and have a look at the, let's go and have a word with the developers, see what sort of plan they got in place. Obviously I don't want to be jumping in now and saying this is the first one we're going to look at, but we'll see. Right then guys, so we've had a word with the marketing team, so we've told them already that we do want to go around and have a look at some of the other houses on our list, but it looks quite good. A lot of what we saw in the house were optional extras, so I think before we go and give them a ring back later on today and say yeah we want to go for that house, I think we have to look over how much of the how many of the optional extras we want to go for, how much that's then going to add on to the purchase price. Obviously not being stingy about it, but you know, first house you don't want to have to do too much to it, especially as a new build. But yeah, so on to the next house now. I don't think it's too far away if you've got the list that was in the back.
But yeah.
So
one thing about that house, so the rooms are still quite big.
Yeah, so one thing they did say is the rooms themselves, they are going to be pretty much the same size within a 2-foot tolerance, or 2-inch tolerance rather. However, the garden we saw in that property, I'm not sure if I actually caught it on camera, whereas the garden on the footage there was just a small 10 by 5, was it? 5 meters across, 5 meter width?
Oh, I think it was.
It's either 10 by 4, 10 by 5 garden. The plot we were looking at is at the end of the 10-meter stretch. There is a diagonal part. So one side of the garden goes down 15 meters, the other side only goes down 10. So it is bigger than there. It's not a massive garden, but I think, you know, for what we want, and you know, correct me if I'm wrong.
Ideal.
Yeah, it's a decent sized garden where you can still go out and you can do what you want in there without there being masses of maintenance. You know, a huge ass lawn to cut, because obviously you've got grass outside the front of the property anyway. Don't want to have basically a football field in the back. But so this was one by Persimmon. The next one is Barrett Homes. So I'm going to shoot down there. It is only, well, it's not far away, so have a look and see what the good old trusty sat-nav says. So Persimmon just opened. We were the first people in there, hence why they had to unlock it and walk us through the show home. Barrett has been open a bit before, and it's been open for about an hour now, so you shouldn't have any issues there. I think what we'll also do is have a look at their website just to confirm what plots it is we're looking at. Only reason I wanted that is because whereas here the plot we were looking at is basically just foundations at the moment, there's nothing else to it. If the plot's been built, or we can go down and have a look at the house itself, even better for us. We've got it's no sort of guessing games there. We can just say, yeah, this is the exact house that we've come down to look at, and we know then what we're getting ourselves into. Alright guys, so we've just arrived at the next, I just did the window there, so yeah, we've just arrived at the second place for the day. I'm not sure.
I'm not feeling it.
But, I mean, don't get me wrong, we haven't looked at any of the houses, and I'm a bit tied between whether we should. Only reason being, I'm not sure if you can see from the fast forwarded drive on the way here we just saw there. It's all very well having a really nice house, but if it's in the middle of an area which you're not overly fond of, or yeah, it's probably not the house for you. Don't get me wrong. What are you thinking then? Do we have a look at the show house, or do we move on to the next lot?
We can have a look. We can look at the show house. We don't have to talk to anyone. We could just.
Well, I mean, no, but hear me out. My only concern is, you know what it's like with every show house you've been in to see. You can't just walk in and walk back out. Obviously, they sit down with you and they start talking it through you. If you're not happy with the area, I'm just thinking it's even worth going in, especially with these properties being on the upper end of our budget anyway.
No.
So, you got a pen still, haven't you?
No.
I'm just thinking with this one, we just put a cross next to it. I'm sorry. Simmons fine, Barrett's off. So Taylor Wimpey's the next one. And that's pretty much right next to the one after it. Oh, okay, so we have 2 persimmons, 3 persimmons on the go today. 4 persimmons. So persimmon, you're in a good shot today to forget our business. Out of the 4, 5, 6, out of the 6 properties we've got to look at today, 4 of them are new builds with persimmon. Barrett Homes, which is the ones we're looking at here, is sorry, is only on there once. And
question.
Go on.
Are we looking at this one? Which she's put down in Barry?
Is it really worth driving all the way back to Barry just to come all the way back to Bridgend?
Personally, I don't want to live in Barry.
Put a question mark next to it. What we'll do is we'll have a look on all the other ones in Bridgend we've got on a list, and if we're not 100% sold on any of them, then we can have a look. Because obviously that's Barry, that's Lantwick Major.
Where's that?
Again, that's like
Barry Way.
It's not the Bridgend side.
Okay, so you have 2 more.
2 more to look at in Bridgend, do we? So it's these 2, and they are right next to each other.
Yeah.
Alright.
We'll do.
Alright guys, so we're fueled up, still at Barrett Homes at the minute. So what I want to do before we jump ahead is I do want to get on here and have a look at what the Taylor Wimpey property looks like, just to give us a bit of a heads up really. Yeah.
Even like photos, but it doesn't look the same in real life, does it?
No, I know. But it's no harm in having a look at the photos, just so you know a rough idea of what you're getting yourself involved in. So, we've got it in the sat nav. It is another 10-minute drive, give or take. So let's hit the road and we'll see you guys when we get there. So a quick update, guys. So obviously Barrett Homes we gave a miss to because we didn't actually like the area. To be fair, here we are at the minute. Looks like a nice area. The only problem is we can't actually find the development site. As you could, I'm not sure if you saw there from the footage, we sort of just came down a really tight road, which was following the sat nav as well. I don't see where anywhere around here there could be a new build development. I'm gonna see if I can find it nearby. I mean, it can't be far off, but if we can't find it nearby, I'm not going to spend all day trying to find this one development. The house itself, oh yeah, it did look okay. It did look nice, but it's not something that's sort of screaming out to me. I don't know about you. I mean, what do you think? Is this sort of a house you thought you really want to go and see? Or?
I haven't even looked at it.
Not on the photos then, though. But judging by the photos, is that something that you really wanted to go and see, or was it sort of more like, yeah, it's okay?
I'm not really fazed by it.
No? Well, what I'm going to do, I mean, just looking at the sat nav now, the road we've gone down, there is a main road running parallel to it, so I'm going to follow that down just in case, because I think there's more chance of it being there. I mean, what was the postcode? What was the address again? I didn't actually state, okay. So, it's potentially just further down the main roads than what the sat nav thought. So we'll give it a go. We are seeing quite a few heavy good vehicles and that, so if it's going to be anywhere, I'm guessing it's down here. Alright guys, we found the development. It looks alright. Yeah, there have been some recently built properties further up the road. They don't look like they're taking wear and tear very well. However, it looks like they've been built using different sort of bricks and that sort of stuff to the properties here. So I think what we'll probably do is go in and have a look at the show property just to see what sort of things they're offering. And then we'll maybe have a look around to see if there's any of the properties that have been built already, just to see what they look like once they've been built, and not being looked after by the developer, by someone who's actually living there. But yeah, let's give it a go. First impressions and all. Yes, okay, it's not the property that we were looking at, but it is, I mean, just looking already, it is absolutely stunning. Much bigger than the other one we were looking at. Again, like I say, obviously we've got the plans here, so I think what we'll do is we'll look around the property itself, and then we can obviously cross compare. Oh, that is a massive mirror.
Oh, I like this.
But yeah, I think we'll have a look on the property and we can compare the sizes. I can't imagine the 3-bed is going to be massively smaller. I mean, oh wow, stunning kitchen, I gotta be fair. And you've got the utility room here.
Oh no,
Should
they come in here?
I think it's
the layout is better.
more closely suited. I know it's more closely suited to the one we're looking at, I think. mean, how much? I don't want to buy a 4-bed, but I think this might be going. Okay, so straight in the wardrobes. Can you afford a 4-bed?
Maybe. I'll
I'll sell you. Oh.
How insane is that?
So I like it. Oh, is that? Okay, yeah, ensuite, very nice. So it is a lot. It is massive. To be fair, I gotta be fair. It is huge. I don't know about you, Em, but I think I might be starting to look at. I'm gonna have to ask you about the prices for the 4-beds. Can you imagine if you walked away with a fucking 4-bed?
But then you'd never have to move.
You wouldn't really want it, would you? Something of this size.
No. This is. I'm not gonna lie to you. This is literally like something you've seen in a movie. This house.
I do really like it. I'll be honest. It is a really nice property.
Oh, maybe no. The mirror goes all across.
Yeah.
Selfies in here. Shall I take one?
Crack on.
Not when you film.
Selfie taken. But yeah, I mean, it's nice. It really is nice.
I love it. The only thing I don't like is the garden.
Yeah, the garden itself, like they said, it is. It does differ from property to property. Obviously, the other show home, which is just next door, again, garden it differs massively. So I'm guessing that's gonna have a little garage at the back. That show home when they sell it. Still is next door, actually, maybe. But yeah, this let's have a look, and I mean, there's no harm in having a look at the other show house and just having a look, see what we think. Wow, this is huge. Okay, so straight away, this is, you know for a fact, this is going to be.
Look everywhere, look everywhere.
This is going to be up in the upper range. That's the bathroom.
Spinny doors.
I mean, straight away, this is awesome. I gotta be fair. This is. I wouldn't want to see the prices on it. I gotta be fair.
I would.
Of course you
Can I afford it?
Probably not.
Oh,
Again, see, obviously you can't really compare the gardens because they differ from plot to plot. Obviously, again, being a show house, you know that they quite often give the show houses the glitz and glam, should I say. But yeah, I mean, just looking at the downstairs, it's amazing. Okay, you got a bit of squeaky doors. What?
I like to sort of automatically turn dark.
Automatic lights. What do you know? So you go upstairs.
Okay.
I mean, it's not as spacious upstairs as the other one.
Built-in wardrobe, ensuite.
So you got your 1 bedroom there. Again, all built-in wardrobes. It doesn't state like it did in the other houses what are optional extras and what's not. But all jokes aside, I mean, even just sizing wise, these are phenomenal. Lovely little ensuite here for the master bedroom, overlooking the garden again. What do you think, Em? I mean, like I said, I know this isn't the house we're looking at, but
I could pass out.
I think we're gonna have to take notes of the names and potentially have a look online.
But this is what I need in my life, is that. You don't understand.
Well, I gotta be fair, I said I do like them. I think.
I don't like, I love these.
Okay, I gotta be fair. I think we're gonna have to. We'll at very least have to look into the pricing for the 4 beds. If it's not massively outside our budget, I mean, if we can get the mortgage for it, I would consider it potentially.
There's no considering it. If we can afford it, we're having it.
Is it?
I'm sorry.
Okay.
This is the best one I've
So
seen.
that's the first one we went in to see, the Midford. I guess there's no harm in saying we want plans for this one as well.
We have to get pricing.
Yeah, we'll get the pricings from, and then we can always think about it later on.
Honestly, like, you don't understand. I think I'm in love.
Just get Emily out here let's get her out here before she starts before she starts squatting and everything.
Can I have them both?
Let's get out here. Right guys, we're going to go have a word with the developers now and see if we can get plans for both. Okay, the Eskdale, that's the other one. That's the one. So we'll see if we can get the plans for this one as well. That way then we can go away later on and have a look at the pricings and then that are available. And we'll come back to you guys shortly. Alright guys, so we've just turned up at the next site. It was actually pretty much just around the bend from the site we were just at. So I'm just thinking if the showroom here is going to be a 4 or 5 bed again. The developers at the last place we just were they've informed us that there are actually no 4-bed properties left, and there is going to be a fair wait even on the 3 beds to move in. I would probably look in around June, July, maybe even August time next year. But we're at the next site now, which is another Persimmon development. Is this the same property that we were looking at the other site, just on a different site?
I don't know. I'll have to have a look. I'm not sure.
Okay, we're gonna have a look online before we jump into the market this week, because there's no point us coming in here and having a look at the show home if it's going to be the exact same as the one we've already looked at earlier today. At that point, it's just a case of looking at the area and thinking which one we really prefer, and also any differences in price. So we'll be right back with you. Next show house, we kind of had to wait for one of the sales team to walk out before we started filming. I'm not sure what they'd feel about us sort of talking you through our sort of look around. So, oh my god, you're so loud. You're fine. Just leave it. Emily's already broken the kitchen.
I haven't. Look, that's a bit of a...
Yeah, it's a fake cupboard.
Babe.
So yeah, before we actually start looking too much into it, this is the 4-bed. So this isn't the property we'd be looking at. The sales team have already told us that the property we'll be looking at on this lot, being a 3-bed, is the smaller 3-bed that they offer, which I don't actually have a show home for. I'm not going to leave that here because I left that on the kitchen of the last house we looked at. But so the decoration is going to be quite similar in between the properties. So yeah, it's quite nice already. We're going to see if we can get a site map as well, to see where each plot is. The area-wise is quite nice. It's a bit disappointing we can't see a 3-bed, definitely, but...
Decent storage cupboard.
Yeah, we've got to bear in mind, obviously, this isn't the house we're looking at now. But obviously we've got the floor plans. If we can get a map, we can get a good idea as to what exactly it is we're looking at. But there's no harm in having a look around the houses. So I've got to be fair, in comparison to what we saw in Cardiff, I think it's safe to say this is we're getting a lot more for our money down here than we are in the big old city. What do you reckon? I'm not as blown away by these as I was about Hill and B, but again, obviously that was just they weren't the houses we'd be looking at. I want to say that one there. I want to say the house opposite of the back is the one we're looking at. What do you think?
Could be.
Potentially. We'll have a look at the plans anyway. I'm not going to spend a lot of time in here.
No, I just want to check that last room.
It's a very nice room. They are nice though.
Yeah, they're decent.
Ooh.
I just think...
Ooh.
It's old.
Right, so I'm going to have to waste some of my magic now on getting us out here without saying that we don't want the house. Okay.
So we've got the...
So we're going to go back and see if we can get some of the plans for the property that we actually want. Well, not plans, but I'm going to need the map, and the site map. So I can see where each plot is, and I can base on the plans then. And the fact we got plans from the first house we went to see, we know what that looks like in terms of sizing.
Yeah.
So you can always compare the plans and then make a final call. But like we said earlier, we said about the houses in Barry. We said we go and see them if we're not sold on any of the houses we've seen thus far. What are your takes?
I don't know, because here I want to be able to see
it.
I can't see it. That's why I can't just
it is difficult, I know.
envision it off the top of my head, because we're seeing 4-bedroom houses and we're not having a 4-bed.
Okay, well, look, I'm at the minute, I gotta be honest, based on the plans I've seen, I'm tied between the first house and the 3-bed that Taylor Wimpey offer. Both in roughly the same thing, price range. Taylor Wimpey does offer a bit more standard on there. I think we'd need... Yeah, okay, we don't like the sales advice. Alright guys, so we've gone around to see all the houses in Bridgend that we were planning to see. We haven't bothered going to see any in Barry. I say we're sort of like a last minute, don't like any of the ones in Bridgend plan. So we've had a bit of a discussion before the camera started rolling, and I think we are tied between the Souter, which is the first property we saw with Persimmon, which there's a photo right there for it, and the only other one was the 3-bedroom with Taylor Wimpey. Obviously we didn't get a chance to see that, but we sat here, we've compared the plans. Now the 3-bedroom with Taylor Wimpey, it has the built-in wardrobe, which Emily loved, but it was no ensuite bathroom, which isn't a massive, off-put, but it's the exact opposite then when it comes to Persimmon, the other house we like, which has an ensuite, but the built-in wardrobes are an optional extra. Now, I don't think the optional extras for built-in wardrobe are going to be massive.
It's something we could check.
Yeah, it's something we can check, but even still, I think...
And the thing is, both of these houses as well, they're exactly the same price.
Yeah, literally both of them are dead on £163,995. So, what are your thoughts? Honestly, come on. What are your thoughts? Which way you lean in? Why, and why not the other one?
I don't know. That's what I mean. I'm split because I don't need an ensuite, but I like one.
But you don't need walk-in wardrobes.
But I don't need.
Like one.
No, but it's not walk-in wardrobes. It's built-in wardrobes.
Built-in
and
wardrobes.
I find them more convenient.
Whereas
I've gone from a house like at my mum's where I've had built-in wardrobes, and it was so much convenient and saved less. There was more space in the room because you haven't had to have a massive wardrobe in the way.
Okay, but here's my thinking behind it, right? Okay. So let's say now we went for the Persimmon. We've got the ensuite already, which we don't need, but we'd like. And when we first moved in, we've got 3 bedrooms to play with. So we've got a master bedroom upstairs, and like we mentioned earlier on in the video, we've got 2 other bedrooms. So in theory, like, obviously we've got the plans here. Obviously you've got a master bedroom upstairs. Not only have you got a cupboard upstairs for just storing your shoes and that in, but you've got 2 bedrooms here. So temporarily, one of these bedrooms could become a dressing room.
Yeah, with a walk-in wardrobe, with a built-in wardrobe.
We could, yeah. So we could put the built-in wardrobe into one of those bedrooms first off, and then later down the line, if we end up having our first kid come through, we'd then have to sacrifice. We'd have to sacrifice the dressing room so they can have the room. We still have a spare room then.
And we'll just get a wardrobe.
And we just buy a normal wardrobe.
It's fine.
So we're thinking then. Are we on the same page where we're deciding on the Souter, the 3-bedroom house with Persimmon, and just get a single built-in wardrobe as an optional extra?
You can't have it in the top bedroom anyway, but
no, obviously not. No.
And
So you have
it was only in the one bedroom, the bedroom 3 that it was in.
Yeah, so the one that's overlooking the front of the property.
So, yeah, so
I'm fine with that.
I'm good with that. I'll sacrifice having a small kitchen for a built-in wardrobe and an ensuite.
But the thing is, like, I mean, just have a look at that a minute, right? So this is, it's just the
thing is, because we haven't been able to look at this either, because we
Yeah.
haven't been able to look at that, you don't know if the sizing in the kitchen is going to be any different, because the dining room and all that's in one, isn't it?
Yeah.
In that one.
What I'm going to quickly do is I am going to quickly just go on the sizing of the property we were looking at with Taylor Wimpey. I just want to have a look at, here we go, the Dadford. So this is the other property, the other 3-bed that we were split between. And obviously the kitchen itself, because we haven't seen the property, we don't know just how big the kitchen's going to be looking at it, but we do have the floor plans for it. So the kitchen in the south there is 3.62 meters by 2.71, so it's not a massive kitchen, but the kitchen with Taylor Wimpey is 3.37 meters by 2.26, so it's actually a smaller kitchen there as well.
What, in the Taylor Wimpey?
In the Taylor Wimpey. So you get a bigger kitchen, ensuite, and the optional extra for a built-in wardrobe.
The only other thing,
What are you saying?
I like the Hanburys too. I do like them. I like the layout of that. The only thing is with this one, yeah. Is the one thing we didn't think about, and it's not all private housing around us.
Yeah, so
which isn't a massive issue.
No, I think, yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be too concerned by it. Yeah, it doesn't matter really, I think, when it comes to your neighbours, whether it's whether housing accommodation, private renting or owners, you know, if you can have a dickhead neighbour, you can have a dickhead neighbour, to be honest.
So this one, it is right. So this one is the one that we looked at up there.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
So that does throw it into the mix.
So we're considering the Hanbury as well.
Taylor Wimpey's at the door.
Right, so it's
definitely
Simon, you've taken the win. You've got the win. So we're tied between the Souter and the Hanbury. Okay. So I know we're throwing names out now and people watching might not be totally sure what we mean. So the Souter, that's a model of property that Persimmon do, where you have on the ground floor, you've got the living room pretty much as soon as you walk in, and then you've got a kitchen and dining room at the back of the property with a bathroom, a toilet in between. It's the first property we showed you on the video. Now the Hanbury, on the other hand, is one we haven't been able to see on this video anyway, and I think we might have seen it previously, prior to us actually looking today. That property, you walked in, you had a bit of a hallway with a door going into the living room. You had a toilet on your left hand side as you went in, and you had a bigger kitchen and dining room area.
Because I like the layout of that, if you remember.
Okay.
Oh no, hang on.
Yeah.
Maybe that was not what we looked at. Because what we looked at, remember, was the kitchen, and it was the kitchen.
Do they do a Hanbury on this site?
And the living room. Yeah, of course they do. They have the same ones in each one.
Okay, so let's have a look at the site.
We just have 2 Simmons booklets.
So the Hanbury, they do a lot of them. The Souter, they do a lot of them. Right, okay, so well, obviously we'll need to check whether or not both properties are available on that site, because we're not going to be able to afford that property in Cardiff. Right guys, we're gonna have a quick look online again, just to see what properties are available on the site, just to have a bit of a refresher, and then hopefully when we come back to you, we'll have a bit of a decision. No.
Yes.
We'll catch you on the other side. Alright guys, so we've made our decision and we are going with the Persimmon house. So we're not out the woods yet though, because when we went there this morning, which was the first house we saw, there was one left, and it's been 2.5 hours since. So it's time to get our foot to the floor, get up there, and fingers crossed we're not gonna have the same shit luck as we've had before. We return to our house and it's being sold. Alright guys, it's the moment of truth. We're here. It was literally just a couple minutes down, well yeah, literally 2 minutes down the road from where we were. We've been flat out all day, driving here, there and everywhere, all over Bridgend trying to find our house. Fingers crossed. This could be it guys, wish us luck. Well guys, we've just come out from the sales office. We had a phone call with the help of my mortgage advisor, and the property's held until Saturday, so we can come down here and sign everything off. So effectively, we're good to go. We finally sorted out our first house, which means we can actually get to go home. No, so we don't know. we don't know the completion date of the property yet. But the fact is, it's in the foundation stage at the moment. It's probably going to be a couple of months. But that's fine. It gives us more time to get things saved up, more time to get furniture sorted. So when that day comes and we get the keys, all we've got to do is jump in the van, chuck the furniture in and head down from Cardiff to Bridgend. But guys, honestly, it's been an absolutely awesome day going around looking at all the houses around Bridgend that would have caught our eye. And who'd have thought that the very first house we saw today would be the one that sold us, to be fair. I mean, and like we were just saying to the sales advisor then, we've been looking for houses for absolutely ages now, and there's been disappointment after disappointment, be it not being allowed the house and Help to Buy for whatever reason, incorrect information being given to us, or even right down to the point of houses getting sold just an hour before we get to the house. It's been one hell of a roller coaster guys, and honestly it's such a weight off our shoulders now knowing that it's sorted. We've even had a rough mortgage monthly amount given to us, and it's, you know, it doesn't seem real. I gotta be fair. But do you know what guys, to be fair, we've done it, and it's just been one hell of a roller coaster, and it means that we actually get to go home now because my old man, my father, helped us find some of the houses we've looked at today, and I'm not sure if we've got the list still. No, here it is. Not sure if you guys can see this, but he gave us a nice little message on the bottom of it, which reads, "Do not come home if you are not homeowners, motherfuckers." He's got such a way of words, that old man, right? But do you know what guys, his heart's in the right place. I know he's only messing with us, and I know that, you know, regardless of everything, you know, we found our house guys, and it's, I'm lost for words guys, honestly. I'm truly lost for words. Thanks for watching guys, it's been an absolute pleasure sharing this experience with anyone and everyone who's watching today, and we will see you all next time. Thanks guys.